Oiê, tudo bem? Meu nome é Edna, eu sou professora de português como língua estrangeira. So my name is Edna, I'm a Brazilian Portuguese teacher. So I'm coming here today to introduce myself a little bit and show you a little bit of how I work so you have an idea before you decide whether you are ready to take it seriously and really learn Portuguese, right? So I'm going to share my screen and show you how pretty much how I work. So what I want you to do is to leave in the comments if you have any questions or really literally just get into our website, send us a message, and I will try to answer your questions as soon as I can. Beleza? Well, so one thing I want you to know is that I am an incredibly crazily, madly visual person. So when I'm preparing my classes, I like to make things visual for you. I like to create resources that will help guide you and myself as well. On we know what we are going to study. If I'm telling you, for example, we're talking about weather, I'm going to be showing you pictures that exemplify what we're talking about. Our lessons are completely, fully well structured. So I'm not just going to say, like, today I want to talk about the weather. Let's talk about the weather. Oh, it's raining today. Let's talk about the weather. Oh, so words that we can use about the weather. Chuva. Hoje está chovendo. Não. So, nós temos uma explicação para tudo. We have an explanation for everything. We have a reason for everything. So we will have a beginning, ending, and obviously, if you come to me and say, Adina, I heard this phrase or this structure, and I don't quite understand. Can you help me understand? We can definitely pause our program and discuss this new topic. And once that new topic is clear and you're happy with it, we go back to our plan, right? So I'm gonna show you how I work and I'm gonna share here my screen. Let's see, we're gonna go to this screen. I'm gonna try this version. Let's see what happens here. Right, so here, oh, here, you can see my material. So I want to show you that I hope I am not here on the way too much and you can see very well. It's the first time I'm trying this method. As you can see, I'm a very pretty much relaxed kind of teacher. I will be playing a lot with you. I'm gonna make some jokes. I'm hoping to make you relax and comfortable enough to be able to communicate with me to the point that you will be able to talk to me completely in Portuguese, which we know is our target, is our goal, right? Because we want to make you as communicative as possible. So when you meet a native person, can be from like your partner's family or friends, or even at work, if you needed to make presentations in Portuguese, you will be confident to do that. Beleza? So as you can see here, I'm looking to the side because I have my screen on this side. And I'm gonna show you that I have this resource full of pictures with everything we're going to need. We have from vocabulary to verb conjugation. You will also have some listening exercises. So you don't have to only um, exercise and listen to my accent. I am from São Paulo, so obviously I will have that local, that region accent. Essentially, we kind of speak between our teeth. We speak like this. So when we have like a combination like DE or DI, we tend to speak G. You know, like in the word for city, we say cidade, cidade. So things like that. So I will give you ideas. And that reminds me that, for example, when we are working here with the alphabet, I will not be only just helping you with A, B, C. You want to make it fun, right? Make it meaningful. So when we are working with the alphabet, we are also going to work with the sounds these letters make. For example, a letra A, nós temos dois sons. A, or we have the sound You will never say something like A. Even if you have a combination of vowels like AI, like she falls down. Ela cai. Ela cai. Let me write it down for you so you can visualize it. You can see what I am talking about. I'm going to put here, for example, ela cai. Yeah, I like to make it big. I don't see very well when it's very small. Ela cai. She falls. She falls down. Né? You have two vowels, but you're not going to contract any sounds. You're going to pronounce each of them separately. Ela cai. So when we are working with simple things like the alphabet, we can go beyond. We can always make this conversational. Let's say, for example, I don't know, that we're talking about the pronunciation of this word, cachorro. I could say, oh, cachorro, eu adoro cachorros. Eu não tenho um cachorro, mas eu tenho um gato agora. E você? Você tem um animal de estimação? Do you have a pet? So we can make everything into a conversation. Obviously, even if I make something a very personal question, if you're not comfortable answering, feel free to lie. Tudo bem, não tem problema. So the main goal, the main idea of making you all these many questions is so that you would feel comfortable to talk about one subject that you know very well, right? So you don't have to like talk about science. It is really, really interesting, but you may not be 100% confident within that subject. So we'll be talking about something I believe that you're probably confident talking about, right? So as you can see, everything will be exemplified here for you. You will have exercises, you will have homework in the first session. Everybody always says, I do want homework. Please do send me homework. I will always do it. And they end up doing the last 5 minutes. Que ótimo. Well, we know that learning a language is continuation, right? You have to do it every day. You have to practice every day. As I often joke, is like when you're learning your native language, you are not. Let me close here. We don't need it for a minute. It's like you are. When you're speaking your native language, when you learn to speak your native language, it's not like mommy and daddy talk to you for 1 hour a week, maybe 2 hours a week. Oops, and the hour is over. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Best luck. I'll see you next week. That's not exactly like it, right? So we pretty much we learned to speak our native language from listening to the grown-ups every day, all day long. Não é? Well, certo? Prontos para continuar? Shall we continue? Something else that I'd like to show you that we will be doing is, as you noticed, I tend to take notes during our sessions. So you will also have access to this. So this file you will have access to, right? So you will always be able to have access to all the class notes, even the images that are added to your class, the presentation pages, you're gonna have access to it. That's also where you're gonna do your homework. All our relevant notes will be on this file that we will both have access for the duration of our course. When with my classes, you will also be offered more than just the one-on-one private meeting with me or group meeting if you prefer to meet in groups. So I'm gonna add here, there. You also have all of this that you can also have access to, so you can keep on practicing between classes, right? Yeah, we have lots of exercises ready for you. You can book, you have a flexibility of booking. So, well, I think I gave you a general idea. I forgot to tell you that we will also have, let me close this one and I'm going to show you, we're going to have a lot of warm-up activities as well, especially when you are a total beginner. Now, so I'm gonna show you this extra file. That on this file, I will be able to show you. I'll show you quickly so you don't find the answers. So the idea is that when you are a total beginner and you still don't have enough vocabulary to fully communicate in Portuguese, you will probably need extra help, extra vocabulary. So in the beginning of each session, we do a little game, a little activity to increase and improve your vocabulary. So you're able to talk about various different subjects. Like, for example, the first one, well, sometimes I start with this depending on which student, depending on how much they know about the country, the culture, or I can do this true or false. So see how much you know, let's say, which way should I go? There. So, oops. So how much do you know about the country? I think I might have to update those sentences in case you have already memorized, right? Well, as you can see, I'm very playful and sessions are very fun. So I hope you like the idea and that you're serious about learning Portuguese and you come join me to have fun and have a laugh and learn for real. So I'm very playful, but I will also expression in Portuguese. Puxar a orelha. I will pull your ears. Like I will take you seriously. You gotta do your homework. I'm kidding. I don't usually tell the students off because most my students are adults. So I don't teach you. I'm not gonna tell my students off. Bom, então é isso por hoje. That's it for today. See if you have any questions, if I hadn't had, if you feel like I forgot to mention anything important, message me, text, sinal de fumaça, smoke signal. Let me know your questions. Beleza? Então até mais. Tchau!